Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to have a little chat session about um, fossils. We're going to have a chat about a little bit about um, drawing, and we're going to start some YouTube channels. I'm going to have a channel where I'm going to learn how to draw, and I can't draw nothing right now. But before it's all said and done, I plan to be the most prolific artist that ever lived. Rembrandt, Da Vinci. These guys on the internet, they're pretty good. I've been watching some of them, and I'm like, damn. These boys are good. Girls too. But I've got a buddy. He's gonna be on every now and then. He's a professional artist, and he's gonna help me, and he's gonna, give me something to strive for, because I don't like to be beat by my friends. We're gonna do all this in a matter of, I figure within a year I should be within a year I should be an artist. So I want to know what you guys think. Are you gonna watch? Are you gonna pay? What are you gonna do? But there will be ads because I do need to make some money. I basically give everything away for this conspiracy theory that I have, but it's not a theory. It's a theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's for real, and it's gonna change a bunch of people's mind about a lot of things, and it probably may start some kind of martial law shit. I don't know, but we're not gonna mute anything. We're gonna give everything live. And once I get some money and better cameras and stuff, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do some entertaining stuff. We're right here in the heart of the Cherokee Nation. Um, we'll have a lot of Indians on because that's what we do here. We be Indian. We do fishing. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be fun. We just run it 24/7 if that's what y'all want to see. We'll just never turn it off. I got another show I want to put on about these dogs. I got a distant relative. I'm gonna try to get some cameras to put in his place, and he does drugs. So, and his drugs and his dogs, they will find drugs in his house. They're addicted to drugs more than he is probably. But you'll see some dogs on drugs and cool dogs though. They're cool dogs. I like being around them dogs. I don't like being around him, but hey, what can you do? Family's family. You gotta love them no matter what. You can't judge them. You just love them and laugh with them, and let them do whatever the hell they want to do, because it really don't matter. Because you got your own things you need to be doing. You shouldn't be thinking about what other people's doing. And I don't. I don't judge anybody. You don't judge a book by its cover, even if I know. Never crosses my mind, because it's just something that just don't cross my mind. And I'm sure it don't cross yours either. You would never know if somebody's on drugs, because if you don't do drugs, you just don't realize people's doing drugs, because it's not part of your everyday lifestyle, and you got your own shit to worry about. But right here in Cherokee Nation, we're having a problem with discrimination. There's a lot of people going to prison, Indians, for nothing, for no reason at all, and it's embarrassing. It's sad. Sad for the chief, sad for the council members, sad for the judges, sad for the attorney general. It's sad for all of them. They will pull you over around here for busted tail light, and they will pull everything out of your vehicle and search it. They will search until they find something. And even if they find like a crumb of marijuana or something, you're going to jail. And they're doing that because Cherokee Nation pays them, or did, $40 a day to hold inmates. So in my opinion, that's highly illegal for the tribe to pay to put their tribe in jail when they shouldn't even be in jail. What gives another person or entity a right to put somebody in a cage? I don't know if anybody's ever been in jail, but I'll tell you right now, there is no right. It's inhumane. It's stupid. If they do something wrong, just do what you got to do. Whoop their ass, or take them to their, or if they mess with, like, hurt somebody, or take them over to their family and drop them off buck naked. Just let them beat the hell out of them. If they kill somebody, take them over buck naked and let them kill them. That's just how it is. Putting them in a cage, that don't do nothing but make more criminals. And I know it makes the Hillary Clintons, the prison owners, the wardens, all them money, but Would you like to be locked in a cage? Be honest. Y'all don't even like to see chickens in a cage. Now you're sitting there locked. I mean, it's really ridiculous, you know. I love my fellow Americans. I love my fellow human beings. And I can't stand to see them being locked in cages. It's just not right. It's never going to go over my eyes well. But one thing I do know is I got some, not conspiracies, I got some theories that you want to hear. It's going to change a lot of people's minds. It's going to upset a lot of people. You know, they're going to be like, wow. Because it really is. I'm 2.5 years I've been actually on the ground doing research. Research started out as I was looking for a buddy of mine found a like a fossilized bird, we thought, and then he found like it was definitely a fossil. The second one, it had like red stuff on it. It looked like a hand or something. So I got to looking around for artifacts and fossils, and I stumbled upon some artwork from Indian artwork, you know, from back in the day. Because this is on a reservation, mind you. So here I am, thinking I'm looking for artwork. I go out in the woods and I start looking around, and I find this huge turtle head and this huge turtle flipper, which are fossils, but maybe not in the sense that I thought they was. But we'll touch on that a little later. But that's how I got started. As far as the drawing goes, you know, I had somebody move into my little neighborhood here, and he's come down, you know, he's about my age, you know, and everybody else in this community, man, they're a little bit younger, and they're idiots, and they're thieves. A lot of them's thieves, you know. I had to warp a couple of them with some sticks, which that keep them off your property. If you warp them real good, they won't come back. Nobody will. That's thieving, because they don't know that they'll get warped. So I did bust one of them real good. I mean, I broke a stick over his chest, and you know, I liked the kid, but you know, what he did was he stuffed a bunch of. Well, first he stole my chainsaw from underneath my dad's carport, you know, and we got two different places, and then I noticed it was gone immediately, and so I started going door to door, you know, and there's a girl around here. She just basically knows everything what's going on. So she just happened to tell me, you know, she heard the chainsaw start. I was like, huh. So, all right, so I went straight over there, and I told the girl that I knowed her for a long time. So I told her, you know, I want my damn chainsaw back. Where's your boyfriend at? She was like, oh, he's not here. I just woke up. I was like, well, I want my chainsaw back within the hour. I'll be back, you know, with my friends, and we're gonna get it. And, you know, we might take a little extra stuff too, you know, just for interest. But anyways, I was over there. I went back home. I walked back home, so I was only about 200 yards away. So I walked over there, and I was messing around my shop. You know, I was fixing to go get some of my meaner friends that actually like to be mean. And here she come walking up, carrying my chainsaw. She was like, oh, he just said he borrowed it. I was like, he didn't borrow from me. I didn't say, nobody said nothing to me about borrowing nothing. And besides, it was at my dad's house under his carport. I said, and that don't add up. Third time she said it, I just said, well, you need to get the fuck out of here. I mean, you need to really get the fuck out of here before I slap the fuck out of you. Because you're insulting my intelligence, saying he borrowed it. If I wouldn't have known it was gone, this would have been tricked off within an hour. You know, somebody would have had it. Somebody would have been cutting trees and all that kind of stuff. So it's alright. She left. And the next day, I was sitting on my dad's porch, just smoking a cigarette. And here old boy come. He come walking down the road. And he didn't stop and say, man, I'm sorry about that, man. I meant to come ask you to borrow it, but I was just going to use it real quick or something, you know, and I could have let it go. And But he didn't. He just walked by swinging a machete. Okay. So I was like, all right, dude. All right, dude. He didn't say shit. He just walked by swinging that machete. Like, I was like, dude. And in my mind, I was thinking, dude, you're taunting me. You're taunting me. And I'm not. And I'm not used to being taunted, because I just won't put up with it. So it's like, all right, I wasn't gonna do nothing with holding that machete. I like to keep my appendages in my arms and such. But later that night, I was driving around four wheeler, and it just happened. My phone just happened to slide down into the motor, and it started burning. I started smelling. That's how I knew it was down there. So I jumped off the four wheeler. I was looking around in there. I finally got the phone out, but I was looking around while I was down there, and somebody, I guess, well, he did. I know he did. He stuffed a bunch of paper up by my exhaust pipe right next to the motor, where it gets red hot. Okay, so it will catch fire. So it would have caught fire had I not seen it. So I went ahead and parked it. I knew it was him. He's the only one that could have done it. He was over there like the day before. The day before he took the saw, he was over there. I was having him help me change. Well, he was wanting to hang around, so I said, well, change them four-wheeler tires if you're going to hang around, because I had some new tires. So we'll put some new tires on it. And, well, he put one. I put the rest. And those are a bitch to get off the rims. And this dude stuffed that paper. It was my mail that I had tossed out on the ground right there by my burn pile. Was crumbled up and stuffed in there far as much as you could stuff in there, I mean, it was like it was really slick, I kind of part of me was like, wow, you're really a criminal, that was pretty slick, I would never thought of something like that. And part of me was like, you tried to sabotage me. My little girl could have been riding that, and she could have caught on fire, and she jumped off of it, and it burned up and burned her. So after that, I thought, well, I'm going to whoop him. I'm going to whoop him at least, a little bit. I'm going to have to cow him down. I'm going to make him look like a coward. So the very next following day, I was sitting on my dad's porch again, smoking a cigarette. Dude come riding a bike by. I was like, okay, you got that machete now. So we went down the block, I seen when he turned to the right, I knew he had to go to the right, and he had to come back down the opposite road to get to his house. So I jumped on that four-wheeler and I grabbed a shovel handle. It's probably 5 foot long. It's that big around. It was a good one. And I throwed it on that forks of that four-wheeler and I took off. I mean, by this time I'd already blacked out. It done went through my mind. I pictured it, so it was already going to happen. So as soon as I pulled up there, there's an old bar up there. So as soon as I pulled up there, as soon as I seen him getting closer, I was going real fast. I just locked him fuller up, and pushed that emergency brake on the brake handle. Locked it up, and it slid like, boy, he come riding that bicycle by me, and I just jumped off that four-wheeler, and I grabbed that stick, and I reared back, and I put a full swing on this dude. And luckily, and I'm glad he did too, the dude stood up and started pedaling, and I caught him right across here, because I was the only thing I could aim for when I was thinking, I'm going to hit him right in the goozle, But he stood up, and I got him right across the chest, and that shovel handle. I mean, I remember getting him across the chest, and I remember shovel hand exploding. That's about all I remember of the whole situation, as far as, locking the brakes up. When I jumped off, that's all I remember. But he didn't come off that bike. I mean, I'm putting him like this, probably whooped my ass if he's that tough, because, I full swinged him, and he didn't even come off the bicycle. He just kept on going, so wasn't much more I could do, but he never come back in my yard and never stole shit, but he never did apologize. So, I don't like him anymore. Well, I did like him at the time, but I can't like him now because he didn't apologize. He's not gonna be a man, own up to it and apologize. If he would have just owned up to it at any point, he said, I'm sorry, man, water under the bridge, I could have let it go. Could have went on, being. I probably wouldn't have trusted him around my house anymore, but he could have, earned that trust back, somehow. But he didn't. So, that situation went on like that. I got a lot of stories like that to tell. I've been in a lot of fights. Around here we fight. Used to we didn't have to stab each other, but now the kids they think they got to stab you. So I don't fight no more. If I get into, I just I got a gun. I'll just pull the trigger. If I have to, I will not pull a gun out and point it at somebody and not pull the trigger. I will not point it. I'll never point a gun at somebody ever. And you shouldn't either. Don't point a gun at somebody unless you're going to use it, because they can pull a gun out and shoot you right in the heart, and they won't even go to prison because you had a gun too. And they might have been in the wrong, but still yet, if you pull it out and point it in their direction, you need to pull the trigger and disable them. I'm not saying kill them. I don't want to kill nobody, but I would shoot them in the leg, shoot them in the shoulder. If they had a knife or gun or something. You can disable somebody without killing them. The cops around here, they don't know that because they're cowards. Some of them. I know a lot of them, but the ones that shoot people dead, that's holding a knife and they're holding a gun, is a coward. They shouldn't be caught. They should not be a peace officer, because a peace officer is supposed to keep the peace. He ain't supposed to kill people, ain't supposed to write tickets, ain't supposed to harm the community by writing them tickets and searching their cars and taking them to jail. That is not what a police officer's job is. A police officer is to keep the peace and to look out for the community. If they have a flat, fix their flat. Don't ask them for their damn ID. Just pull over and fix the flat. Okay? You don't have to be like that. You do not have to hurt the community. Because right now, I got another story. We'll save that one for the next podcast or what have you. But I'm sure next time you see me, I'll be clean shaven. I'll look better. I might have a better camera. I don't know. I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views. Maybe you could share this. I do have a Patreon. I made that. I don't have the actual ID for it to tell you, but I will put it in the description, and we'll go from there. And I hope y'all got some money to give, because I need it. I don't need it to live. I need it to carry this on, because I quit my job. I was made $5,000 a month for 16 years straight, working 3 days a week, and wore myself out doing it. 3 days a week, 16 hours a day probably, sometimes. It's hard work building pole barns. I don't know if y'all ever built one, but it's rough. But anyways, quit my job. And right now, I've lost everything with this. What I'm going to tell you is it's a theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. Because I'm 100% positive. I would not have brought this up without being 100% positive. Because when I tell people, they look at me like I'm damn lost my mind. They're like, well, that's interesting, man. That's very interesting. Because I took it to a Cherokee Nation Commerce Division. The old boy I started telling him about it. He's like, oh, that's very interesting. He didn't know what to say. He said, I don't even know who to tell you to go talk to. And I was like, well, then I don't have enough evidence for you, because what I was working on it's a big deal. It's a big freaking deal. It's absolutely gonna blow every single person that hears it and sees it. It's gonna blow their mind. I promise you. It's gonna be something that it's just gonna be hard to believe. But when you see it and I tell you everything about it, you're gonna realize that you've been lied to. It's 100% global conspiracy. Global. The way my theory, I've been working on this theories of it, and how who's doing it, and what it is. But man, I don't know. It has to be somebody that's got control of the whole globe. Britain, United Kingdom, Rockefeller, Rothschild. I don't know. Thoth, the Egyptian Thoth, Hermes. I'm not sure. And also, I can almost promise you that this extinction or mass murder, basically what I call it, event, it happened, more than 1,500 years ago. I mean, it's not even that long, I don't think, because I find all this evidence right on top of the ground. On top of the ground. My evidence is laying on top of the ground. And if anybody knows anything about science and stuff like that, biology, you know that stuff gets buried with dust, leaves, and especially over 100 years, the leaves would be so deep and the dirt would be so deep, you would never find them, even that long. So I don't know. You have to make up your own decision about it, but I'm going to give you the facts, the truth, and you'll be able to make the decision. But I do need a new camera because look at that. I look like a damn fool. No. But I will shine up for you ladies. That way you got something to look at, because I like to be handsome for y'all. Because I know y'all like a man to be look good and smile. I know that. That's how my whole life I've known it, and it goes both ways. We like for a girl to get up, fix herself up, smile, and be happy. And she will be happy if she does that. Gets up, makes herself pretty every day. And I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. She's only got to do it 7 days a week. I mean, and that gives a woman more power than a man will ever have. But if she don't do that, she just gives the power up, gives the power to the men. She won't get nothing extra. She won't get nothing, that she probably could have got, And at some point in your life, it's going to cost you the opportunity to really make your life better, make your people better, make your people's lives better. And just do it, girls. I don't care if you think you're pretty in sweats. You ain't. You ain't pretty in sweats. I don't care how much makeup you put on, you wear sweats, you're not pretty. I mean, no, I ain't saying you ain't pretty in wife beater. Put a wife beater on, a little tight pair of short shorts. You get your power, but you ain't got much power if you don't put your face on and all that, put your hair up or whatever. Because every woman is beautiful. I mean, every girl is absolutely beautiful when they want to be. Okay, let's stop that right there and see if anybody watching it. If you don't watch it, then you're a dumbass, because this is a real deal. And my name's Brian, and I'll catch you on the next podcast. Thank you. Alright, there it is. And by the way, I've lost, since I quit my job, since I quit my job and started this deal, I've lost about 35 pounds. 35 pounds. And I got a six pack. I had a six pack then. But I thought I was gonna have to save my kids basically, but I wound up having to save the whole humanity. Depends on what y'all do with it. And I don't know what you can do with it. It might be too late. Because I've already reached out. I shouldn't have, because I'll probably get sniped off. But I have reached out to the really high people, but maybe they didn't read it. I hope they didn't. We'll just get it out on the internet, and it's my idea. It's called the theory of birds. We'll call it that for now. Theory of birds, or something. But I got all the proof, all the evidence. I know how to explain it. I've been trying to explain it to people, my friends and stuff, but they can't see it. But I'll explain to you why I can see it on the next podcast. That's all for now, folks. Thank you very much. Don't forget that Patreon. Just, anything you can give, be helpful, because I'm not like begging for money, but I mean, this is a big deal. And I am honestly, I quit my job for 3 years, and I've basically sold all my shit, and I'm pretty well broke now. I mean, broke. So I don't even have a ride right now. Give my vehicle to my kid because he needed it. So take it.